Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. I feel positively giddy about the combination of singers we're about to hear. Chris Harms has a much darker, lower tone that's able to be edgy or go into harsh vocals. And Sharon Den Adel is essentially an angel with these luminous, high, floaty lines. Both of them are brilliant artists. So I think that this collaboration is going to be off the charts. Let's get to it.
Without you, I'll be heartless. Oh, but I can only shine in the darkness, in the darkness.
Whoa.
In the dawn of dusk, found what I'd lost in the shadows. Ooh, from night to day, your absence of light will keep me safe.
Allied and high and low, allied in love and woe.
Without you, I'll be heartless. Oh, I can only shine in the darkness. Without you, I'll be heartless. Oh, I can only shine in the darkness.
This is not disappointing, and I'm getting sucked in. We have to go back to the beginning and talk about so many things. But I'm so thankful. A bunch of our patrons in particular had said they really, really wanted an analysis of this song, and I'm loving it. The combination of their voices is even better than I imagined. And the combination of their two bands and just their composition style is also fantastic. Okay, back to the beginning. Whew.
Without you, I'll be heartless. Oh, but I can only shine in the darkness.
So I think it's essential in this case that, like, for me, the most obvious thing in this pairing is that we have to start with Sharon's voice. She has such a quiet sound when compared to a lot of the other things that we're going to be pulling into the mix. She has that beautiful, breathy, floaty that you have to be careful not to overshadow. And you don't get the full impact of it, I think, when everything else is going on. It can be blended in like so wonderfully. However, just starting with her voice in the spotlight, it's the best way to start it. It's like you want that gorgeous, tender transparency that sucks us in. That's probably the only thing from this collaboration I expected that I've been given so far.
Without you, I'll be heartless. Oh, but I can only shine in the darkness, in the darkness.
She uses a lot of creak. Man, when that guitar line starts up, guitar and bass, right? It's so great.
In the dawn of dusk.
Okay. Now, Chris's voice, when it comes in, they also have pulled way back, essentially allowing the song to grow from somewhere, but we just had this massive riff between. So I feel like tug and pull like crazy. And that's really exciting. I'm finding it really exciting within this context. He also is using a lot of like creak, often what we call a vocal fry, this kind of sound where there's not enough air flowing between the vocal folds for them to really create a steady oscillation. So you're getting this kind of cracky sound with very little airflow. If I were to add more airflow, I start to go into a pitch then. So you can hear, especially in the onsets and the offsets of a sound, both of them add a lot of this fry kind of sound. And sometimes we'll talk about using creak to get into a particular sound. It's a common contemporary vocal technique.
In the dawn of dusk, found what I'd lost in the shadows. Ooh, from night to day, your absence of light will keep me safe.
Now, Chris's voice has a lot more natural texture in it. There's essentially some grit. You feel like there are battle scars in his voice. That's part of the reason why Blood and Glitter is so amazing. Wow. But his sound has got this natural roughness to it that Sharon's doesn't have. And instead, she has like a floaty breathiness. I was not sure if those things would work together. And instead, what's happening is there's air that comes through in the battle scars idea. There's this air and it's got sandpaper, and sandpaper, if you put two sheets together, it lets air through, right? And it's the same idea with her voice. I would guess that she probably has something that we call a vocal chink, which is this like part of the back part of her vocal folds probably has a little more spacing. I would guess, I haven't seen down her throat. There's probably a little more spacing there that creates more airiness in her tone. It's just super floaty and fluffy, and his also is airy, but it's airy and rough. They work together.
Light will keep me safe.
Was not expecting it to blend like that. Also, I love the low drums we got in there. That is like such a nice groove.
Without you,
It's so epically full here, and I love it. Okay, before we keep going, I want to mention Sharon actually seems to be singing kind of low in her range to me. I think I've usually heard her singing higher lines. And I'm wondering if that's just because I've heard songs that were higher in her range, or if that is a normal thing. If you guys want to drop a comment and let me know, like, is she singing low here? Or have I just heard songs that featured her in the highs? She sounds really nice. Like, she's essentially blending more contemporary technique with that like lyric soprano idea that she does so well. And she's bringing enough focus, I would say, like particularly she's drawing the resonance of the sound to here. And she's probably produced in a way as well that helps her have cut that I wasn't expecting her to have in that lower range. Oh, pretty. She uses her air so well. Oh my God. This is the second time we had a similar section before. It's like the pre-chorus essentially. I cannot get over how much I love the drop in where the beats are sitting. Like this time it dropped even further, and it has this epic blockbuster kind of feel. It feels like tribal. It has these, I'm thinking these huge drums and big massive mallets. I love the sound. I think it's also being accentuated with bass. Also listen to the vocal layers and more details. There's actually a octave above of Sharon that's great, and there's a little bit of backing, like a ooh woo at one point. And
Without you,
and that's the sound that you get like right before a nuclear bomb in a lot of videos.
without you,
Rumble.
I'll be heartless.
Wow.
I can only shine in the darkness. Without you, I'll be heartless. I can only shine in the darkness. I am blue, not a blue. I can only shine. I can only shine in the dark.
That was exciting. It was very, 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 very exciting. I was going to talk about the lyrics and how they had so much warmth and depth, and I wanted to talk about that light and the darkness idea. But before we go back and do that, we have to talk about this amazingness that just happened. Dude. So interesting. I've heard Chris do some distortions, some harsh vocals. I've never really dug in great depth to his distortions, though I've thought about it many, many times. Believe me, I've really thought about asking him if we can take a look inside of his throat. I know, sounds weird, but it's for science. And actually, you guys, we're gonna have a docu-series out on that soon, on the findings that we've made with just 9 total artists so far. It's amazing. It is amazing. It is going to change how people think about screams in metal. It's absolutely incredible. But that being said, when I hear his screams here, one of the things that I'm most interested in is what we've come to call often harmonicity or inharmonicity, meaning is there pitch in the sound, or how much pitch versus how much noise? I really like this idea of harmonicity, meaning are there harmonics, which if you're singing in E, you're going to have all kinds of harmonics above that help us actually define what that fundamental frequency is. And in his voice, in that top one, it's amazing actually how much noise he has in the sound and how it feels like he can control both the amount of distortion that's added and that pitch center. I also like the complexity I hear in his distortion. I also feel like I hear 2 distinct techniques in there as far as what's coming together and colliding. You will hear so much more about the science of distortion in some videos coming very soon on this channel. And I'm hoping that that will encourage many more people to dig into metal singers' throats. Already we're seeing just some amazing results of the public being interested in this and researchers following suit. So maybe we'll get to see inside of his throat one day. Who knows? Who knows? But let's go back a little bit and let's talk about these lyrics. I feel overwhelmed at times by this emotion because the idea of light shining in the darkness to me often is like, well, I think it just gets down to the mental challenges that so many of us face, myself included. This idea that, when you are at your darkest point, your most down point, that is the time when you're able to also grasp onto light in a way that you never could, right? The light will be most brilliant at that time, maybe the most hard to grasp onto as well. Sometimes you have to turn away from a light that's just too bright in a moment like that. But I think that the idea of light can only shine in the darkness, it feels so encouraging here. And the face and performances of Chris and Sharon, they feel so encouraging. That's one of the things that I strive to do on this channel, is to be encouraging to people who might be in a really dark time. I think that music can help us so much. This song, I bet, has helped a lot of people. I just love the message here. I love that there's this encouragement when somebody might feel at their darkest moment to say, like, no. That's when you're actually able to shine. Wow, the beats here are so intense. Okay, we're going to go back to that section. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how much sound is coming through all of the different layers, and the fact that we can still really clearly hear Chris and Sharon? It's so easy for a voice to get lost in this mass. It's like you have orchestral in there, you've got all kinds of contemporary, you've got these like massive beats underneath. Thank you, production team. It's still clear. It's not muddy. Fantastic freaking job. It's amazing. Ooh, I love that echo with her. Oh, is that the end already? Oh, look at that. Congrats to the team as well that created the video here. I felt like it was really moving to follow a person through a tough time. Yeah. I might have missed who actually did lyrics. I don't know. Publish. Produced. Oh, is it Chris? Was it Chris that did the music production, or Corvin Bond and Ben Mundigler? Whoever did the mastered by Benjamin Lawrence, mixed by Bengt Yeshka. I just gotta say, good job, team. This is fantastic production and really fantastic storytelling in the video. I'm gonna keep watching this, give credit where it's due. All are loved within temptation. This song would not shine without you. That's so sweet. I need to say some thanks here. First to patrons for making this song be in my queue to record. Thank you so much. I really loved it. And thank you to Lord of the Lost and also to Sharon, because I just think that the song is gorgeous. I think it's so gorgeous, and it's an incredible collaboration. I feel that it took the strengths of two brilliant artists or bands and combined them into something even greater. It was amazing, gorgeous. If you guys want to see some more analysis of some related bands, either Lord of the Lost or Within Temptation or some symphonic metal, we're going to have a playlist over here for you. And may you fall more in love with music every day. Mwah.